Reading Fluency, the best additional, foundational English vocabulary words. In this video, we're going to look at a group of words from another video, and we're going to see them in context as we read a story. So thanks for joining Vibing with Vocab, and let's get started. On a cool autumn day, Sam pulled on his jacket, tossed his bag over his shoulder, and headed out to meet his friend Max. He needed a break, and a day out sounded perfect. When he reached the park, Max was already waiting by his old beat-up car. Max had that familiar grin as he tossed Sam a baseball cap. "Here, put this on. You look like you could use some fun," he said. Sam laughed, but he didn't argue. They walked over to a grassy area where Max had set up a small picnic bag with snacks. They spent a few hours talking, laughing, and tossing the ball back and forth, enjoying the fresh air and the simple pleasure of just being outside. The cell phones stayed off. Eventually, they decided to sit down and eat. As they snacked, the conversation turned more serious. Max asked, "How have things been lately, really?" Sam sighed, hesitating. "It's been rough," he admitted. "Every day feels like a grind. I do everything I'm supposed to, but I'm exhausted by the end of each day. It feels like I'm just going through the motions. Sometimes I think, is this all there is? Do I just work until I die?" Max looked at him thoughtfully and nodded. "Maybe you need a real break, not just a day here and there," he said. "Sometimes it's easy to get stuck, but maybe it's time to make a change before you're too worn down to enjoy life." Sam took this in. The simple day with an old friend reminded him that life didn't have to be just about what he had to do or accomplish. It could be about moments like this too, ones that helped him feel alive and connected. As the day came to an end, Sam felt lighter, ready to face the challenges ahead, knowing he'd always have friends who could help him dig his way out of the rough patches. Okay, now that we've read the story one time, let's try 3 comprehension questions and see what you remember. Now, when I ask you the question, if you find it to be very difficult, feel free to pause the video, go back and look at the section where you think you might need to read it again. Okay, question 1. What is the storyline? The storyline is another way of saying, what is the plot? What is the story about? Okay, answer A. Is it about Sam and Max argue in the park over whose job is more stressful? How about B? Sam and Max are getting ready for a baseball game that they will attend later. C. Sam and Max are taking a break at the park with Sam expressing concerns about his life choices. Okay, this question is having you take all of the story and decide with everything that happened in each paragraph which one of these choices is correct. Okay, for question 1, what is the storyline? It is C. Sam and Max are taking a break at the park with Sam expressing concerns about his life choices. Expressing is talking about, sharing with, in this case, his friend. Now, why is A incorrect? They specifically say in the story that they are not arguing at least in a specific point of the conversation. So it would not be this one. This one says they are actually arguing, and that's most of the plot, which is incorrect. Now, B says that they are getting ready for a baseball game that they will attend later. This is incorrect because they are not. The only time the word baseball is mentioned is when a cap is offered to Sam, who has arrived, just so he can relax. And obviously, if it's a sunny day, which we're not really sure of from the content of the story, a hat with a visor would be nice. So B is incorrect, as that's not what the plot is about. Okay, question number 2. What type of car does Max own? Well, is it A, a used car, or is it B, a new car? Now, I'm going to take us back to one sentence in the actual story that could help us answer that question, and I'm going to read it. When he reached the park, Max was already waiting by his old beat-up car. So look at the adjectives, and now you decide. I hope you chose A. Question 2, what type of car does Max own? It is a used car. Old beat-up car definitely refers to a used car. All right, let's go on to question number 3. How is the word sell used in the story? Is it A, as a noun, B, as an adverb, or C, as an adjective? Now, these are comprehension questions, but you have to understand and interpret what the text is saying to you to decide also some grammatical elements. So we're doing comprehension, but we are definitely asking in the grammar area as well. So I'm going to share with you the sentence that actually has the word sell in the story. The cell phones stayed off. All right, let's remember the question. How is the word sell used in the story? You have 3 parts of speech that are in the English language, and you have to decide if it's A, a noun, B, an adverb, or C, an adjective. Question 3, how is the word sell used in the story? And yes, it as an adjective. This is different from how the word was presented in our prior video where we were learning definitions and pronunciations. It is used as a noun in the prior video. So I'd like to give you the opportunity to see it in context in a sentence and see if you, with your English knowledge, could see how it was used differently. Okay, this is the end of the video. I do hope you'll subscribe, and I encourage you to look at this next video that's offered, which will take you back to the original word list that had the story, that had the words in it, Or I hope you will try a different video with a different genre of words. Thank you for watching today.